Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is another segment of Ask Kamari where we answer questions about investments, money, business, any kind of money topics. I'm Kamari Ellis. I'm an investment and tax advisor. And, today's question comes from Antonio Johnson. And it's one I got relatively recently, the other day. So I'm starting to get into the flow of things, starting to turn these out. Antonio's question is, it's two questions actually. Who are the financial benefactors of privately owned prisons? That's one question, so I'm going to answer that. Well, that's pretty easy. It's the owners. So each privately owned prison, they have owners. Most of them are stock corporations, and a lot of them are publicly traded. So some of the two biggest ones are CCA and the GEO Group. And actually, I have a review that I will be doing in the next couple of days on the GEO Group. So a lot of this information I kind of already knew. So, you could buy the GEO Group or CCA on the stock exchange, or you could buy them for your personal account. But I'll get back to what my thoughts are about the GEO Group as a company and what I think about it as an overall industry in my next installments. The second question from Antonio, and actually Antonio gave me a lot more questions, but I want to just throw them into two. He said, recently I read that it costs roughly $168,000 a year to house a prison in New York. Why? Most people make significantly less than that annually and still have living expenses that do not amount to that. How could that money be reallocated? Well, that's tricky. And that's true. There was a big article in the New York Times in August. I actually read it when it came out and revisited it quickly, based on a study that New York City had prepared, talking about what was going on with their prison population. And they do. On average, they spend roughly $168,000, which to me is bananas. But it is true. I mean, you think about New York City, it's one of the most expensive places to live in the country. I mean, just reading over the report, they spend $30 million a year on transportation alone. So, there's a lot of other factors that go into that. A lot of the people that work at the prison, the correction officers, are union employees, and union employees tend to make a higher wage. And this is no knock on the unions. I'm just stating the facts. So, you have to factor that in as well. They also have pensions. They have to take care of the grounds and other things. And I'm pretty sure included in that number is legal fees and legal costs of going back and forth to court, and public defendants and judges and other court officials. So that's something else that, will definitely be caught up in that as well. But I mean, that number is astonishing. $160,000 a year, that's roughly $460 a day. Now you also ask, well, that was the why, and you ask, well, how could that money be reallocated? Well, I would say immediately that money could be reallocated towards education. And it's ironic that you see them taking away educational programs in the prison system. So you have recidivism rates continuing to climb. Basically, recidivism is when inmates come back to jail. A lot of times they don't have new opportunities. Oftentimes, they are forgotten, those who make mistakes. And let's not, skirt this issue. There are a lot of people who get incarcerated unjustifiably so, or wrongly so. So, you have to factor that in as well. This is a major problem in the United States. It's a major issue in Black, African American, and Latino communities because they disproportionately are the ones that are locked up. But again, you ask how could it be reallocated? I say education. I say you have to do that at an early age. I wouldn't look for any government assistance in that. I think that's something that parents in the community have to tackle. Though I don't think government is going to help in that manner. They haven't been helping, and I don't think they will help. So that's something, us as a community have to do in order to start rallying around our youth, because that's the most amount of people who are incarcerated right now. So, Antonio, I hope that answered your question. I see you have a bunch more. I definitely will get to you. Remember, I had that GEO Group review coming up. That's one of the largest private prison systems in the country. I'll be doing that. You might find that interesting as well. Again, you can find me at askkamari.com. If you have any questions on investments, money, or anything related to that, feel free to hop on over, leave me a message, shoot me a Twitter, or shoot me a message on Facebook, and I'll be more than happy to answer it. Until the next time, be productive, positive, and profitable. Talk to you later. Bye.